Here's what we're talking about today in our lineup. Here on The Now, the debate over gun control has more cities declaring themselves Second Amendment sanctuaries. We're taking a look into what kind of authority they really have. And it can be a challenge to keep everything straight if multiple people are helping care for a family member or a friend. How a free app is helping change that. And sex education classes are changing in the digital age. We're taking a look into the debate over adding sexting as part of the curriculum.
Thank you, Chris. I'm Amanda Starrentino, and you're watching The Now Indy. There is a new challenger in the race to be the next Attorney General of Indiana. Adam Krupp, the Commissioner of the Indiana Department of Revenue, is resigning his current position to run for Attorney General this year. Krupp is running as a Republican, meaning he is challenging current officer holder Curtis Hill. Hill is running for re-election despite allegations of sexual misconduct that first came to light in 2018. In today's announcement, Krupp did not mention Hill, but frequently mentioned how important morality and leadership is.
The Attorney General's office is a public trust, meaning Hoosiers are operating under the presumption that the office holder will serve with the highest integrity.
Hill has denied any impropriety. Hill, Krupp, and Indianapolis Attorney John Westerkamp are running on the Republican side. The winner will be determined by delegates this summer. And chances are you've gotten one of those calls telling you you've won a free cruise. The Federal Trade Commission is cracking down on this. They have filed a lawsuit against the Grand Bahama Cruise Line, the Cab Group, and other individuals for allegedly making millions of illegal robocalls. Typically, consumers are told to make a survey and then directed to telemarketers who try to get them to pay for upgrades and port taxes and fees. The FTC says you should just hang up and do not press any numbers if you get a call like this. Kevin, it looks absolutely beautiful outside right now.
I could stare at this for the rest of the evening, and at least until it gets dark.
More minutes.
Yeah, but it's nice to see any color. You got some oranges there, some blue, and late day sun breaking through. Now, that's not necessarily forecasting that we'll have tons of sun tomorrow, but at least it will be dry. Let's take this one step at a time. We've had some breaks in the cloud cover, especially in the southern half of the state. Otherwise, clouds, but with no rain. That gives us a chance to dry out a little bit. We won't ever fully accomplish the mission before more rain returns, but at least we're moving in that direction. 38 in Lafayette, temperature 42 in Muncie, warm spot right now, 43 in Bloomington. Temperatures tonight will be slow to change. That wind out of the southeast, and it's rather light. With the cloud cover around, I don't think temperatures will change a whole lot. Between now and 10 o'clock, temperatures middle to upper 30s, and then overnight, when the wind starts to come more out of the southwest, I think eventually we're going to warm up overnight into the morning hours tomorrow. Here's your game plan tomorrow. By noon, 46, back to 51, and dry Tuesday.
32 children have died of the flu this season, and the CDC says an influenza B strain is responsible for 21 of those deaths.
It just hurts and it rips your heart out because you just want her to wake up.
Amanda Phillips' 4-year-old daughter experienced serious complications from the flu, and she actually ended up on life support. Doctors say that influenza B caused her own immune system to start attacking her organs, causing brain swelling. Jade managed to get better, but the illness left her blind, and doctors say it could be permanent. Now, flu B cases are on the rise this year. It is more serious in children than seniors. Flu B is included in the current flu vaccine, but it's not an exact strain they're seeing. Still, health experts say the vaccine, coupled with the body's own immune system, can provide some protection and lessen the symptoms. Managing flu symptoms at home is best to keep from spreading. Now, we talked to a health expert about when it is time to take a child to the hospital.
You would see in their neck that there is muscles that are using to breathe, or in their ribs, muscles that they're using to breathe. That's a sign of difficulty breathing.
A child should also go to the doctor if they have a fever of 104 or higher and they're not responding to over-the-counter medication. Doctors recommend using Tylenol, not aspirin, because aspirin could cause further complications. Dehydration, something else to look for. Doctors say look for if a child is not having any tears if they cry. And remember, the flu can live on hard surfaces, so make sure that you wipe down your phone, remotes, doorknobs, and office areas. Well, the Supreme Court saying today it will not hear an appeal of a Massachusetts girl who encouraged her boyfriend to take his own life. Michelle Carter's involuntary manslaughter conviction will remain intact. She is currently serving 15 months in prison. Cory Booker is out of the race for president. That story starts our newsfeed. The New Jersey senator facing struggles in the polls and with raising money. Booker says that he will continue to fight forward, just not for president this year. A new study says most people wait too long to have knee replacement surgery. The Northwestern study saying people with osteoarthritis in the knee should be acting quicker because then they can get the maximum benefits of the procedure. The Queen is letting Prince Harry and Meghan Markle take time away from the royal family. Royals say they had a constructive royal summit. Harry and Meghan will live in Canada part-time. All right, let's get back to our lineup here. Sex education classes are changing in the digital age. We're going to look at the debate over adding sexting as part of the curriculum.
Ingredients, better pizza, Papa John's.
Welcome back to the Now Indy on RTV6. After less than a week in the hospital, the handler of Butler University's mascot Blue 3 went home today with a brand new kidney. Michael Cottonmark tweeted this picture this afternoon, saying he was homeward bound. One part of the message, modern medicine is amazing and my brother is my hero. Cottonmark received a new kidney from his brother on Thursday. His lab work continues to be very positive, and he says he has the best kidney function he's had in nearly 2 decades. Congratulations.
According to recent research from the American Medical Association, 15% of teens say that they have sent a sexual text. Nearly 30% say they've received one. Now, that's why some states are taking legal steps to make sure that students are learning about this. A bill's proposed in Illinois to require sexting in sex education curriculums for 6th graders and older.
What's posted online can't stay there forever. And that's part of the educating of kids that are 6th, 7th, and 8th grade and in high school that, you know, once it's there, there's no erasing it.
Sex ed needs to be modernized. And for so many, unfortunately, they don't even receive comprehensive sex education.
Now, Brittany McBride is the Senior Program Manager of Sexuality Education at Advocates for Youth. She says that children need a complete idea of the possible legal consequences of sexting, but not in a shameful way. And she says that includes talking about consent.
Understanding consent really sets us up for success, to understand what a healthy relationship that may or may not include sexting could entail. And that includes like having clear communication and conversations from the very beginning and then consistently throughout the relationship.
More than half of states don't even require sexual health education. A handful of states that do have started adding consent into their programs. Senator Chuck Schumer is putting pressure on the TSA when it comes to safety. Specifically, he wants to know why a scanner that the agency's been testing since 2004 hasn't been rolled out en masse. Scanner analyzes a person's body and notifies security if there are any abnormalities like an explosive vest. Now, it was used at the 2014 Super Bowl and in LA's subway system. All right, let's get back to our lineup here on the Now. And it can be easy to get caught up in worrying about our loved ones and if they're getting the care they need. But one teen has come up with a solution.
My hope is that they can have more time they can spend with their loved one instead of managing their loved one.
How his free app is helping coordinate care and letting families do the things they really want with their loved ones.
Keller and Keller.
Let's start the Now newsfeed. Some concerns for the future over a new study on childbirth. The CDC says fewer women in the U.S. are having children. The fertility rate in the U.S. is now at an all-time low. Well, champagne, we know it can be pricey and it could soon be more expensive if the United States goes through with tariffs on French goods. The president saying that he could put 100% tariffs on everything coming from France. It's over that country's planned tax on big tech companies. Popeye's chicken sandwich certainly has quite the following, and you can actually get one for free this week. You use a promo code CHICKENWINNER on DoorDash if you buy more than $20, and you'll get a free chicken sandwich combo meal. Sanctuary cities usually involve the debate over immigration and refer to cities that won't seek out and arrest undocumented migrants. But now the phrase sanctuary cities is taking on a whole new meaning, this time in the debate over gun control. Maya Rodriguez has the story.
When it comes to gun control in America, no state is confronting the issue harder right now than Virginia.
Virginia is officially blue. Congratulations.
Virginia elected and just swore in a new state legislature controlled by Democrats, and they're vowing to pass gun control measures. That's prompting some local governments to make their own moves by declaring themselves Second Amendment sanctuary cities and counties.
We're proud to live in a county that recognizes our rights and tries to protect them, given the new coming political year.
So far, more than 100 cities and counties in Virginia have declared themselves Second Amendment sanctuaries. And they're not the only ones. From Florida to Colorado to Nevada and elsewhere, local municipalities are voting in favor of designating themselves Second Amendment sanctuaries. But what does it even mean? Georgetown law professor Mary McCord says what each declaration says varies from place to place.
County officials or city officials will not enforce state law that implicates or regulates in any way, shape, or form gun ownership. Others are simply espousing a support for Second Amendment rights.
In the end, she says, Second Amendment sanctuaries do not hold up to legal scrutiny.
And they really have no legal effect. In Virginia, for example, the Virginia Constitution and Virginia state law is very clear that it is the General Assembly of the entire state, not of any particular locality, the General Assembly that makes the general laws, and that those laws are supreme. And any local ordinances, resolutions, etc., that are inconsistent with those laws are void and have no effect.
Virginia's Attorney General has concluded the same thing and added that any gun control measures passed by the state legislature will be enforced. I'm Maya Rodriguez reporting.
Have you seen the new Publishers Clearinghouse commercials on TV? The marketing company has just launched another multi-million-dollar sweepstakes for the new year. But consumer reporter John Matarese shows us why it's easy to end up scammed so you don't waste your money.
The new year brings a new Publishers Clearinghouse sweepstakes as the Prize Patrol gears up for another year of big prizes. Unfortunately, scammers are also gearing up to impersonate them. Lorenda Jackson and her mom, Annie, have always dreamed of this. The Publishers Clearinghouse Prize Patrol coming to their home. So when this PCH letter arrived, signed by Prize Patrol head Dave Sayer, Annie thought her ship had come in.
He said, I won $3 million.
The letter appeared to be so legitimate. It says Annie won $3 million and that they were sending along with the letter a check to cover her insurance and attorney fees. So Annie followed the instructions, depositing the $6,000 check, then sending $5,000 of it to the attorneys once the deposit cleared.
Mom was leery about it, but when they said the cash was available, the check cleared, the cash was available, she figured if she sent anything, it was their check that they sent her.
So the bank said the check cleared?
Yes. I'm displeased with the bank because they said the funds was available.
But a few days later, the women got some bad news from their bank.
The $6,000 check was insufficient. You overdraw fees.
It was all a scam. PCH warns about scams on its website, saying publishers will never call, email, or write to say you're going to be a big winner. And they will never ask you to pay taxes or any money to collect your prize. We contacted the bank, which has agreed to investigate. She prays it can.
I need the money. I'm broke and I need the money.
Bottom line, PCH will never ask you to pay taxes or fees up front to collect your winnings. Those are scams, so don't waste your money. Working for you, I'm John Matarese for RTV6.
We're using the telephoto lens here to get a closer look at downtown Indy. You barely see in the lower right-hand corner of your screen the Turn 2 suites at the Motor Speedway. No sign of snow anywhere on the ground. You know, what's interesting is that November and December, we actually had above average snowfall those 2 months. Obviously, this month has been all about rain. We're dry, though, the next 24 hours. The rain chance returns Wednesday, not significant rain. That is a better chance for that on Friday. But the rain may start as snow Friday, then as we get to Saturday, change to rain, and that may aggravate the flooding situation just a bit. 41, that's our current temperature. Wind is out of the southeast at about 6 miles per hour. And I'll just let you shop around here. Temperatures to the north and northwest a little cooler than to the south. Bloomington and Bedford 43 and 44. 35 would be an average temperature this time of year. Hopefully you got at least a peek at some sunshine that broke through the cloud cover just before sun set. Temperatures pretty steady this evening. Clouds may break up just a little bit. Overall, we'll go partly to mostly cloudy overnight tonight, during the day tomorrow. Temperatures in the low 50s. We warm it back up just a little bit. Our high or warmest temperature today was 41, so almost 10 degrees warmer, thanks to a southwest wind. As you look at Wednesday, the chance for showers is there. These will not be heavy. Temperatures will still make it to the low 50s in the afternoon hours. There's your gray start on Wednesday. These are the light showers that I'm talking about through the morning hours into early afternoon. Your 4-day forecast is still straight ahead.
We all know the challenges that caregivers face every day, and that inspired a teen to create an app to help after seeing the struggles with his grandma. Now, Elizabeth Ruiz found how the app could be a lifeline for families.
What's up, Nanny? Nanny! How are you?
Logan Wells and his grandmother are super close.
Oh, we got a big step.
Oh, I know. I can see
it. We like to read. We read all the time. Look at that. There's the bear.
Really?
We also, if there's music on, we'll sing. That's the story of. That's the glory of love. She's a big music person. Which row?
But Logan realizes there will likely come a day when Nanny doesn't remember Logan as her grandson anymore.
8 years ago, my grandmother was first diagnosed with dementia, and it was really challenging seeing the effect it had on her and then the effects it eventually had on my family. Nanny, do you believe this?
Yes, I like it.
Logan's family quickly learned the struggles that come with caregiving, like coordinating care between family members and knowing whether or not she's taken her medication for the day.
Suddenly there's a terrible jolt. They have to save it, don't worry, we just have to watch.
Okay.
So Logan started to problem solve.
I think 14 is when I first came up with it.
5 years ago, Logan came up with the idea to create CaresAir.
You just press on it, then all of your caregivers get notified after you add it.
It's a free app that helps caregivers look after a loved one by giving them a platform to track med reports, visits, moods, calendar events, and any other information you'd want family members to know.
So today she was goofy, and you'd write a description of how it went, start time and end time of the visit, and then you could add comments also.
And so then is this like a profile that you guys all share so you can see each other's messages?
Yeah, so at the beginning, you want to make a care team right now?
Sure. Once your care team is created, anyone who's a part of that team will receive notifications whenever somebody adds information.
My hope is that they can have more time they can spend with their loved one instead of managing their loved one.
When Logan created the app, he thought it'd only be useful for his family. But with 5,000 downloads so far, he's happy to know it's making a difference for other families too. Getting to do what she loves. See, Logan will continue to cherish these moments.
We should have a performance, a concert.
In Lexington, Massachusetts.
We're going on the road.
I'm Elizabeth Ruiz reporting.
That's great, Elizabeth. Thank you. Now, a New Jersey family is looking for answers after an online order leads to, let's just say, quite the unsanitary discovery. See, this family says it ordered diapers from Amazon's warehouse section. That area sells items that were returned for a discounted rate. Well, Natalie Sales says that she went to change her daughter and she grabbed the diapers from the box and noticed they were used.
And it was a little bit heavy. I was half asleep, the lights were off. At that point, I turned on the light, and that's when I noticed these diapers are neatly folded and they are soiled. I couldn't believe it.
That is disgusting. Now, Sales says she ordered diapers before without an issue. In a statement, Amazon says it is investigating and it worked with the family to resolve that problem. Now, on its website, Amazon says that products from the warehouse can come in conditions ranging from acceptable to like new. Company says all items go through an inspection process. Amazon does offer return and replacement policies. Good information to know there. All right, next in our lineup, how we're spending our money is changing. So we're going to get an inside look at the new trends that you're going to be seeing from your favorite brands, everything from food to clothes.